Let's wake Shasky up here. Luis Matos, NL Player of the Week. Your thoughts?
About time. I don't know what he ends up becoming. He could be Jason Ellison, right? I mean, he could be Marvin Bernard. He could be the next outfielder for 8 years for the Giants. I don't know. But it's about time. You play the young man. You put him in advantageous spots in the lineup, and he rewards you. And clearly he's put in the work in the offseason. He's bulked up. I thought that defensively he made a couple of really nice plays over the weekend. And when you have opportunities to cash in runners in scoring position, you got to do it. Some guys make an entire career off of it. I was listening to a podcast regarding Johnny Bench and his particular point of view about guys that he played with. And there were guys like Joe Morgan who set the table. And then there were guys like Perez and him who drove guys in. And that was what their entire mantra was. And I think we've gotten so away from what really wins games. Stopping runs, scoring runs. You can give me all the WRC pluses and, the wars and all these crazy advanced analytics. Driving in runs matter, and seeing the young guys, Elliot Ramos with runners in scoring position, tearing the cover off the ball, Matos doing the same thing, and playing good defense to go with that. That's all I've wanted, is to see the young guys. I don't know where it's going to end up going, but I'm excited, and I'm happy that they finally have a young guy get Player of the Week. That's crazy. It's been 6 years.
6 years. 6 years for the Giants. George Contos, he joined Willard or Dibbs yesterday, I believe, right? Was it Willard or Dibbs? Yes, it was. George Contos, World Series champ. We love him on the NBC Sports Bay Area. The Giants pre and post with Laura Britt. This is what I'm always intrigued with young players, because we did this last year with Casey Schmidt. How will the league adjust to Ramos and Matos? Here's Contos.
What's going to end up happening is these guys are going to be a little bit more careful when he's up at the plate. They're not just going to give him those, good cookie fastballs down and away. They're going to make sure that they locate those pitches. He's going to get breaking balls behind in the count to see how aggressive he is. And if he can just stay within his approach, and he's got really fast hands, he's got great power to up the middle and to right field. I think, and that goes for Matos and Ramos. Those guys are both in that same category. If they can just take a deep breath and keep the game slow, let the pitch and that bat develop the way that it's supposed to, and not get overly excited, because that's when you put the pressure on yourself and you make some mistakes. If they just continue to take what the pitchers are giving them, try and lay off those good breaking ball pitches and pitches that are well executed, or put good swings on them, fight them off for good at bats, and that confidence will still be there, and they'll still be playing with the conviction that they are.
So that's what I'm eager for, the adjustments.
Well, Luis Matos had 72 games last year with the Giants, and he looks like a different player.
He does.
This year, physically and his approach-wise.
It's crazy. Why wasn't he hitting the AAA? He was scuffling down there.
It's.
You think it was just mental?
Well, they asked these guys to work on specific things. So, who knows? Like, for example, Luciano was plate discipline, as in, can you get more walks, on base percentage? We know you can hit the ball in the zone, but can you try to work the count more? That's literally what they told him to work on. So you're looking like, why doesn't he have one home run? You know what I mean? You're like, what's going on here? Well, there was a major emphasis on that. I don't know. I always think, like, you get in the box, you're just trying to compete. You're trying to get base hits at any cost. But guys are working on specific things. Matos has already hit multiple breaking balls, one for a home run on the first pitch where it was clear he was sitting on it against the Dodgers. That, to me, is growth. They are going to adjust to him, and they're going to continue to adjust him. This is the cat and mouse game. Let me give you a Luciano, who he didn't reference, little nugget from over the weekend. He saw 11 pitches out of the zone and didn't swing at 10 of them.
That's smart.
That's a big growth for him. He was swinging at everything to the Casey Schmidt conversation. Schmidt has just been swinging at the slider away and the curveball away, just till he's blue in the face. Luciano's made the adjustment that they asked him for, and then, boom, once he realizes where the strike zone is, the bat's going to translate.
Are we getting too excited because
it's a week.
They beat up on the Colorado Rockies?
Well, I mean, look.
It's in the back of my mind. You got to do it for a couple weeks. That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
You got to do it for months.
Like we did last year with Casey Schmidt. Here's Contos.
I mean, Yaz had a great year.
Right.
And then bounced around. Yeah, So, I'm with you. But it's exciting.
It is exciting. There's no doubt. It's the most excitement I've had since 2021. George Contos. Once the Giants get healthy, what happens to the young guys?
Unless something really falls and falters, I'm keeping Elliot Ramos in that lineup. I really like his swings. I really like his attitude. We had him in a post-game interview over the weekend, and he just said that he's finally in a really good place where he's not trying to do too much, and he's just letting the game come to him, letting the pitcher and the pitches come to him. And I really like what I've been seeing. So again, I'm glad I'm not the one that has to make those decisions because I really like all the guys. It's just for me, it would be hard to take a very useful and productive bat out of the lineup.
Now, did they wait too long to bring up the young guys? Here's Contos on Willard to Dibs.
No, I don't think they waited too long. A lot of times it just takes things to click a little bit, right? We've known about these guys for a very long time. We've seen glimpses of them. And I said it on the pre and post game as it was happening just during the Rockies series, is sometimes you have some things that happen, events or games or something that just clicks and your confidence makes you feel like you belong in the big leagues. And I think that these guys are starting to really believe like, hey, I can play at this level consistently. I don't need to be fearful that, hey, I'm going to get optioned, or if I have a couple games where I don't get a hit, I might be sent out of here. They're playing with that confidence like they know they belong. And when you get to that mental state of being, it allows you to be dangerous and play at the level that you can play at.
Really looking forward to this road trip. Really looking forward to this road trip to see how these youngsters bounce back from being at the friendly confines in Oracle Park and being at your home yard and being able to play behind your home fence. Now you're going to the road and take on the scrappy Pittsburgh Pirates team. You'll see Paul Skeens on Thursday. We'll break that down a little bit. But then, obviously, over the weekend, you play the New York Mets at Citi Field, and then you come back and play the Phillies and the Yankees. We're going to learn an awful lot about these youngsters on the San Francisco Giants. We will. Is it real? Is it a fluke? We're going to find out.
While we were talking in this hour, Bleacher Report came out with a report. Rival executives believe one or both of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette could be traded.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Bo Bichette's having a rough year. Oh, yeah. He's a two-time All-Star. He's going to be a free agent in 2026, so he's still under a 3-year, $33 million deal currently. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is arbitration eligible next year, free agent the year after that. All right, he's on.
You asked me if they're going to trade. Yes. I
would sign up for Vlad Jr. on this team yesterday.
25 years old.
He's struggling.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and trade Matos, Ramos, and all these youngsters for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Do it right now.
I don't know if I trade all of them, but I definitely. Well,
I knew as soon as you said trade everyone for Vlad Jr., it's like, oh no, here we go again.
Well, no, I just don't know. That's not how these trades.
I know that's not how. But I get
your
sentiment. We're talking at a bar.
But as a first,
nothing off limits.
Like as a first baseman, yeah, I'd love to have him. I know Lamont Wade's having a monster year. I mean, this is a Gold Glove, silver slugging, 3-time All-Star who won a home run derby. You want to talk about face of a franchise? This is the kind of guy that you could plant your flag down at 25 years old, give an 8-year deal to, and sell T-shirt jerseys for the next decade.
It's a no-brainer if they move him. It's a no-brainer. I don't even know what the conversation is. If he's available, and the Blue Jays right now 21-25, they're 10.5 back in the New York Yankees. That's early.
In a low
very
division.
Early. Division's tough. Tampa, Boston, Baltimore, New York. They want to trade Vlad Jr. Be my guest.
What about Bo Bichette? He's also a 2-time All-Star.
I'll take both of them. Can I have both? Can I do? Would you laugh? Don't scoff because
no.
the Dodgers were able to get Trey Turner and Max Scherzer.
And don't forget, the Marlins many years ago traded away Dontrell Willis and Miguel Cabrera to the Tigers. Yep. That was a huge trade.
Huge deal. So, can I get both? And what is it going to cost to get both?
If you're talking about like unload everybody, like Matos, Ramos, all those young guys, if I'm getting Bichette and Vlad Jr., yeah, I'm probably emptying the whole farm there. But we've also talked about Pete Alonso as well as a target. If both those guys become available close to the deadline, Alonso or Vlad Jr.
I'd rather have Vladdy.
Okay, yeah, that was good. Who would you rather throw the
better eye?
He's
better
younger,
eye.
and I think he's better defensively.
He's got a better eye as well.
Yeah, and
he'll take walks. He'll take a lot of walks.
Who's more sellable?
Vlad Jr. No,
Polar Bear's pretty popular.
No, they're both sellable.
Imagine all the polar bear hats that would be around the ballpark.
You're not losing. You're not losing either.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You're not losing. So
I mean, if you could get Bo Bichette, now you like Luciano and him, one place short, one place second, one place short, one place. They're like, I know.
What's Spinotti?
You guys, why are we talking ourselves into this? You know it's not happening. Yeah, the Dodgers or the Padres.
The Dodgers have a first baseman. His name's Freddie Freeman.
Great.
He's locked into an 8-year
We'll add on
deal.
Vlad.
Yeah.
How about that? And we already have Shohei.
He can't
or the Padres.
pitch.
Why not the Padres go after him? They already got Arias.
Listen,
we already know how this ends, guys.
We
know how this ends,
This is how this worked. He brought up the Bleacher Report article and asked me, and I said, before he could finish the sentence, yes, I would trade for them. Now, do I believe they would trade for them? Do I believe they're going to get them? No. Not as long as Farhad's here. It's President of Baseball Operations. Do I think he has the wherewithal to pull off a move like that? No, I don't. The aggressiveness to pull out a move like that? No, I don't. I don't believe him. I will believe it when I see it. But you're asking me if I would do the move. Yes, I would do the move.
Exactly.
It's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, duh. 20 other baseball teams would do the move. Everybody would do the move. Who would do the move?
John Fisher.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's one team. There's always one team. So no,
God, he'd ball out in Sacramento though.
As much as we're talking, as much as we're going, yay, Matos, and yay, Ramos, and yay, Luciano, I would flip those three guys in a heartbeat for Vlad Jr. right now. I'd do it in 13 minutes. Hey, Toronto, Vlad Jr., I got three guys for you right now. I'll figure out the rest later.
You probably wouldn't have to trade the three, but I get your point.
There you go.
God, Vlad Jr., could you imagine him righting the wrong from not acquiring Vladimir Guerrero, the original, the first time in free agency, and righting the wrong and getting his kid? That would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, it would. It would. We could all dream. Logan Webb Day. Logan Webb Day.
Yay!
Logan Webb Day. I am interested to see Bodil Cruz.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do the Pirates have the best uniforms that we don't talk about in sports? We always bring up like the Cowboys and the Packers and the Yankees really and the Lakers. I believe they're outside of the City Connects, which there's not a bad Pirate uniform. All of their uniforms. And I think their yellow stripe ones are the sickest of all time.
I like their just clean whites with the Pirates.
Yeah, those are sick too. The font is amazing.
The P?
Yeah, so sick.
The P is sick. I know. The Pirates got really good uniforms.
Save that drop. Pause.
Size matters.
So what?
What did I say? I said the P pops.
The P matters.
The P matters. It does matter. Because it lets you know that you're from Pittsburgh.
Did
That's a pirate.
Did you see the St. Louis City Connects?
The P does matter. The St. Louis, the Lou. Yeah, this baseball trying to get so cool and hip. It's like
they have gotten worse and worse and lazier and lazier and lazier. It's the same as the Cardinal jersey.
FYI,
just says the Lou.
Black people ain't coming to the yards just because it says the Lou. We're not buying those jerseys.
Yeah, you have a better chance of having Nelly play center field.
Right.
I was going to say to Nelly, did they consult him before doing these?
Maybe they did.
I have to admit, though, those Nelly videos from the early 2000s where he is draped in St. Louis gear, they still, he represented hard.
He did
hard for
hard.
the arches.
He did represent hard. But that's what you remember about the Nelly videos?
Oh, well, there was other things I remember.
Don't talk